You're an entrepreneur, freelancer, creative, business owner, someone who's offering themselves as a service, and you're hearing all this noise about personal branding. This video is to absolutely cut that noise, simplify the process, build you a personal brand, a social media strategy, and an execution plan with this very, very simple process that I used to build my own personal brand, which I am currently in the stages of building. This video is part of my personal brand. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do the exact same process that I did. I am a serial, multi-passionate creative entrepreneur. In order for me to see success with the services and the ways I want to help people, I need to build up my own personal brand. Because people want to work with people, right? You need to show your personality, your expertise, your values, all them things there on social media. When I first started this journey, I didn't know how important that was, especially for service-based businesses. But on social media, there's so much noise from other people about personal brands and how to do it and how to build a social media strategy and how to, there's just so much noise. And because of all that noise I was hearing, I never stuck to one strategy because people would be like, oh, this is the next best thing you should be incorporating into your content strategy. This is what you should be incorporating into your content strategy. Like, I would literally always be hearing things I need to incorporate. And it got too much. It got messy. It got, you don't grow. You cannot grow if you're not sticking to one single strategy. And I finally found one that I think that makes a lot of sense, which is very easy as well. It does take time, but that's the only thing you're going to be dedicating into this process, your time. And if you want to succeed, you better put your time into this. So in this video, I'm going to basically be going through my entire process. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, just leave them obviously in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. Let's just get straight into this video while I teach you my personal branding social media strategy process that worked for me. Step one of this process is figuring out your why, what, who, and how of your personal brand. You'd see a lot of videos about you need to find out what your values are, your core values, your this, your that, and then you have your personal brand. But really and truly, there's a lot more that goes into properly setting up the foundation of your personal brand to make sure that it's consistent and it lasts for however long you want it to last for. So I decided, cool, I'm going to create a questionnaire. Step one of finding out your why, who, what, how, all of that about your personal brand is answering this questionnaire that I have created. We cover your core values, your boundaries, your content strategy, your mission, your long-term vision, your community, your engagement. Like, it's really important that you take time to answer this questionnaire. Fill it with as much detail as possible about yourself, about your goals, about everything that the questionnaire is asking you. To get access to this questionnaire, I have linked it in my description below. When I was doing this questionnaire part, I think it definitely took me 2 to 3 hours to complete. I just literally sat there in one session, answered every single one of the questions to the fullest, to as much as I could do. One thing that I would say, which hopefully helps you guys as well if you are stuck on this bit, which is the very first question about your core values. I was stuck on this because I couldn't really figure out what my core values were. I know what I value, but I didn't know, I guess, like how to word it. Also, guys, let's keep in mind we are in 2025. We're in the 21st century where AI exists, where we have our little every know-it-all assistant by our sides. This process involves ChatGPT. Like I said, I couldn't really figure out what exactly were my core values. So I asked ChatGPT to give me some examples. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I guess, the process of how to identify your core values, because this is something that I had to kind of figure out. Maybe it's easy for some people to work out their core values, but it wasn't for me. So here is the list of core values that ChatGPT gave me. As you can see, there is a whole lot. And when I was going through them, I was like, but I resonate with like all of them. These are like all my core values. Really and truly, they're not. They're things that I do value, yes, but are they my core values? No. Let's go about how you're going to identify your core values. First of all, you need to pick 3 to 5 core values that resonate the most to you. You're going to think about triggers. You're going to reflect on peak moments in your life. How did you handle them? What was the most important thing to get out of them, if that makes sense. You need to ask yourself, test yourself. Like, if you were put in an uncomfortable situation, could you let that value go for the sake of the situation? Or would you stand on your values no matter how uncomfortable it's making the situation? So I sat there, thought about it, and the core values that I came up with for my personal brand was authenticity, innovation, humor, and community. Those are definitely my core four. And those are values that I will stick to through every single one of my social media pages, my content. Authenticity, because I genuinely believe being yourself is the only way you should be. Why are you trying to be anybody but yourself? My next one is innovation, because I'm very big on innovation. I like to find new ways to do things to help people. For example, this video telling you about the process to build your personal brand and your social media strategy and your execution plan. Humor is one of my core values because I use humor in a lot of situations. Between me and my siblings, humor has definitely been a coping mechanism for us. we find a lot of things that aren't supposed to be funny, and I just really like to incorporate that lightheartedness, that not take life too seriousness into my content, because that's a big part of who I am. I am very big on community, and that is why these 4 things have become my core values. Please also remember that your values aren't set in stone. They can evolve over time as you grow and as you gain new perspectives in life. And then one more thing about the questionnaire that I had, I guess, trouble figuring out how my expertise, skills, and talents are going to help others. How I want to use my skills and my expertise to help people. This is where you have to think about, what problems can you solve? How can you simplify someone's life and business? What are the best ways to share your gifts? Is it coaching, online courses, one-to-one consultations, community memberships, videos, entertaining people? Any way that you know best to showcase your skills and help people, do it. So once you've finished this questionnaire and you've literally, like I said, guys, answered in as much detail as possible, you're going to copy and paste your entire questionnaire. You're going to go to ChatGPT and you're going to put in this prompt. Using this information about my personal brand, can you create a brand profile that highlights my brand pillars, core values, mission and purpose, target audience and messaging, content pillars, content style and tone, platform by platform strategy, posting schedule, community building, and lastly, my personal brand evolution and authority building? It is going to be a lot of text that you're putting into ChatGPT, but it's going to give you great results. And with that information that ChatGPT does come up with and does summarize from your personal branding questionnaire, you're going to put it into a brand profile. This is step 2. Create your brand profile. This is just good to have handy so you can always refer to. You always have direction. You always know what your goals are. You always know what you're posting about. And you never really stray from your personal brand, right? Because consistency is everything. Once ChatGPT has given you that information and you do create your brand profile, it should look something like this. So as you can see, my brand pillars include my core values. So I put my core values in there. I have my mission and my purpose. I have my target audience and how I'm going to message them. My marketing messages does include pain points. It's really important that you know the pain points of your target audience. I also have my content pillars. Speaking about content pillars, guys, we've gone past the generic content pillars. Your content pillars should be what represents you, right? The pillars of your content. So for example, one of mine is entrepreneurship and mindset. I'm always going to talk about entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk about mindset. Creative marketing in social media is another one of my content pillars, because I am a social media strategist and I have social media businesses. So it's very important that your content pillars, which I'm sure ChatGPT will help you identify, they're not generic, they're unique to you. I would recommend having 6 max content pillars. I have 5, 6 max. Then you're going to have your platform by platform strategy. So I plan on being active on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. You're going to have a posting schedule of how much roughly you want to be posting on these social media. So for YouTube, it's once a week. For Twitch, I do daily co-working streams. For TikTok, I try to do every single day, every single weekday. And for Instagram, it's like 3 times a week. Content style includes obviously your voice, your visuals, and your color palettes. I definitely did ask ChatGPT based on the information I have given it to create a kind of color scheme for me. Something that would represent everything that I want to do. And when I asked it to, it actually created a perfect color palette for me, which has like a lot of my favorite colors in it. And I was like, okay, ChatGPT, you know me. And that's why I also say as well, guys, you really do have to add as much information as possible in this questionnaire so ChatGPT learns you. You're going to have ways that you want to do community building. So my ways are obviously engagement through social media, live interactions, so live streaming through my Twitch, and then meetups and events. I definitely eventually want to host meetups. I want to host events that entrepreneurs, content creators, people like myself, people in the industry can just come to. We can connect, we can do all that good stuff. It's very important you have a section about your brand evolution and how you are going to build authority in your industry. Brand profile is just really handy to have, like, so you can always refer to, you can always come back to, you can always just understand who you are, what you're trying to portray on social media, and just stay consistent to that. You can access this brand profile template in my description as well. Step 3 is to build your social media strategy. Again, we have amazing tools in this century, in this generation, like ChatGPT, that we can use to create this for us. I know a lot of you guys don't have social media marketing knowledge, and you are DIYing a lot of things yourself. You're doing it yourself, a lot of things yourself. Okay. You are DIYing a lot of your marketing. Please do not be shy to use AI. Don't be shy to use ChatGPT. It is there. It is there for us to use, guys. Use it. Again, we're going to take everything that you have put in that questionnaire. We're going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to put the prompt. Using this information, please create a social media strategy. Then hit enter and boom. ChatGPT would definitely have created an entire social media strategy for you, as it did me. This YouTube video that I'm currently filming was definitely an idea from ChatGPT. It was a little different. It was about the foundations of building a personal brand, but I've changed it to how to build a personal brand into a social media strategy. Make sure you always incorporate yourself in like the ideas. So once ChatGPT has built your content strategy, your social media strategy, you're going to open Airtable. Airtable is free to use, which is why I have suggested this. You can also use any other social media management tool, scheduling tool, stuff like that. So in Airtable, you're going to create a view. So it gives you a basic grid view, and you're going to create a calendar view. In this calendar view, you're going to put in the content ideas and suggestions that ChatGPT has put in for you. I'm pretty sure ChatGPT would have created a kind of like a mini calendar of ideas and a post and like all that stuff for you to try out and put together. I say to put it in Airtable so you can visualize. You can literally visualize how the content calendar is going to go out for you for the next 30 days. See how it looks, map it out, make any changes if you have to, and you're going to develop on your ideas. If you would like a little tutorial on how to build out your Airtable to suit a social media strategy or to suit this social media strategy that you've just put together, let me know and I will definitely do a video on that. So step 4 is how to build your execution plan. Because we can't create all of this and not have a plan to execute now, right? So your execution plan is going to involve the days that you batch create content and the days that you have scheduled in to engage with your community. As business owners, as entrepreneurs, as freelancers, I know we are handling like a bunch of other things as well. Using myself as an example, I've put in everything I need to do in the workday in my Google Calendar. If this is how you work as well, I would suggest doing the same. So in your Google Calendar, you're going to put in days that you know that you can stick to weekly, monthly, bi-weekly to batch create your content. For me, I make sure that every Thursday is the days that I film my YouTube video. Today is Sunday. but we're not going to talk about it. But every Thursday is the day that I have decided that I'm going to film my YouTube videos to come out from Monday. Due to my schedule at the moment, I don't currently batch my TikTok content or my Instagram content. It's scripted and everything. And what I do instead is I have a time slot every morning from 9 a.m. to I think 10:30, and I will be using that time to create any content if needed. This is the same way that you guys can do this as well. Like literally this part depends on literally your schedule, your workload, but you definitely need to be scheduling in time to batch create your content or create content in general. Now, when it comes to your engagement plan, you do the same thing. Schedule out some time in your day where you take time, go through your Instagram, go through your YouTube, go through your TikTok, engage, reply to comments, reply to DMs. You literally only need like max 20 minutes a day. So your execution plan is all down to you, all down to your timing, all down to your workload. That is all you. The only thing you have to do after you created your execution plan is step 5. Execute, stay consistent, and analyze. Step 5 is so important if you're trying to see any results. You have to execute. So this execution plan makes you execute it. You have to stay consistent as well. 2 to 3 months of doing this content strategy, go back to it, analyze, see what's been going on, what worked well, what didn't work well, make adjustments, then execute again. Stay consistent. As I'm telling you this to you guys, I'm telling myself too. Trust me. One of the biggest mistakes that I made in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey is definitely not staying consistent to a strategy. Like I said, I would hear a lot of noise on social media about the best ways to do this and the best ways to do that. I feel like everyone really overcomplicates things, and then it gets even more overcomplicated because there are other things that other people are saying, and then it's like, but you just heard this, and now what this person is saying is contradicting this. I honestly think when it comes to like creating a social media strategy, creating your personal brand, like it's really just down to you. Like it is really down to you. Yes, there are some technicals that you have to be aware of when posting on social media, such as SEO, making sure you're using the right hashtags, making sure you're using a good hook. Like just making sure you're not blabbering on too much in a short form video, you know, because short form videos are supposed to be like they say, short form. Doing a long form content, no problem. Blabber, yap, all you want. Ever since I have created and used this process, everything is as clear and as bright as ever. And I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly and I know this will work because I'm just being myself and doing what I love and talking about what I love. There's no way that you cannot fail or see growth if you are doing these things. To all the social media noise out there, please go away. Go away. I promise you, this is the only process and strategy that you need to build your personal brand, to build a social media strategy based on your personal brand, to see the results that you want to achieve your goals. If you want to know anything else about this process that you think maybe I've missed or haven't explained too much, I've gone over too fast, let me know. But let's just do a quick recap. So step 1 is answering my questionnaire, which you can find the link to in my description. Step 2 is building your brand profile. I also have the brand profile template that I used in my description, as well as using the prompt that I told you to use to build your brand profile. Step 3 is building your social media strategy. I'm going to use the prompt that I mentioned. Go into Airtable or basically just anywhere that you can actually map out your content. You know, you can actually map out the next 30 days of content. Step 4, you're going to build your execution plan. You're going to insert little places in your calendar where you can batch content, where you can engage with the community. And step 5 is go, execute, consistency. After 2 to 3 months, analyze. Honestly, I don't see how anybody could fail using this process, considering that you took the time to fill out every single question to the most detail. Like that bit is so important, guys. If you don't do step 1 properly, the rest of the steps won't follow. It won't make sense, you know? So just honestly, just make sure you spend time to do that. I hope this helped. I hope that if you are on your journey of building your personal brand and trying to build a social media strategy for it, that this has definitely helped kind of like cut the noise, simplify the process, and just get you to go, go, go. Make sure you like this video if it helped. Make sure you subscribe if it helped. And if you want to learn more from me about creative marketing, business, and make sure you comment if you found this helpful and if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm really here to help. I'm here for you guys. I'm trying to see entrepreneurs, freelancers, people that are self-employed just win. I'm trying to give you guys accessible, easy, simplified marketing processes, marketing tools that you can use to build yourself. And yes, I know I don't have this huge established personal brand, but I actually think that's better that I don't, because you can see in real time how I am using this process and creating my content and building my brand using this process I've literally just told you guys about. You just have to be consistent. You just gotta stick to it. Thank you for joining me on today's little educational video. I really enjoy YouTube. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to like really see where this channel goes. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one, guys.